I'm Alex Dykes, and today we're inside a 2015 Volkswagen e-Golf, and we're taking a look at Volkswagen's latest infotainment and navigation system that's slowly spreading across the Volkswagen lineup. Taking a look at the features one at a time, we get direct access buttons to our radio stations, AM, FM, and satellite radio, media interface, phone, voice command button right over here, nav, traffic, car, and menu. Of course, some of the options may vary depending on your market and the options your vehicle has on it. We have a scroll knob right over here, volume and power knob on the left. If we go over to the band tab, you'll notice that we do have touchscreen motions available, so you can actually slide things around on the screen. You can also use these buttons to move around as well via your presets right there. The bar below the screen is a proximity sensor, so as I get closer, this bar right here senses that my hand was there, and it changes the way the screen looks, as you can see. It makes it a little bit cleaner when your hands are not near the screen. You'll notice this bottom band pops up so you can actually see what you're doing. You can change the band via that button right there, Sirius XM. You can also change your channels right here on this screen. Again, we can scroll upwards and downwards. We have a back button right over there. You can also tune directly over here with a channel number. That's a very handy feature. View allows you to choose what you're actually seeing right there on the screen. You can also get channel info as well. You can also find similar on the Sirius XM similar content list. It'll help you find that among all the channels. On the setup screen is where you can adjust certain system settings like the sound, volume, bass, treble, etc. You can also change other system settings relating to the Sirius XM from that pull-up menu. If we click on over to the media interface, right now I do have an iPhone 6 connected to this via the built-in cable, and you can see that we have a source button right down here. You can select between the various different sources: CD, SD card, navigation, iPod, or Bluetooth audio. You can also click on the selections and browse music on your device, etc. Right there, playlists, all those sorts of things. Again, we can drag around in the system with your finger. If we start playing this track, you'll notice as I move my hand closer and away from the screen, the options change just a little bit. The slider becomes red because I can then use my finger to drag it around the song right like that. You can also track forward, backward, or pause and play via that screen right there. If I turn the scroll wheel, it will take me immediately to the browse function, and I can also use the scroll wheel to interact with your iDevice if you find that a little bit easier. One thing I did notice is that voice commands are a little bit more limited than you'll find in some of the competition. You cannot voice command specific songs, artists, genres, etc. If we click on over to the phone interface, we find a very typical Bluetooth phone interface. Again, we have a nice style keypad right here that I find very handy in vehicles that have that. Voice command button right over here, very similar to what you find on the steering wheel. That's so that passengers can voice command as well. Clicking on over to the nav button, we get a new mapping interface that's more attractive than it has been in the past. We have a variety of different views, and as you can see, we have live traffic on this display as well. Entering an address is very easy either on the screen or via natural voice commands. We have a dedicated traffic button to get specific traffic incidents listed right here on the screen. The car menu is where you can change vehicle settings as well as see information about your vehicle. For instance, in our EV, we can see since last start or since last extended period. We also get an icon showing you your range, 91 miles right there. You can click the view button and you can see vehicle statistics, or you can see driving data. The vehicle statistics is really just the tire pressure monitoring in our vehicle. And in many of these screens, you can click the media button and get a pull-up of your media so you can directly fast forward, play, pause, etc. That also works if we're in the nav system. So if we're right over here on the nav and I hit the nav button again, we get this audio pop-up right there, and we can go forward and backward without going all the way back to the media screen and changing what we're doing. You can also click and choose what you want this to be, so you can have it be the compass, you can have it be the speed limit signs, or you can have it be GPS data right like that. You can turn it off by hitting that nav button again or by clicking that X button. Lastly, if we hit the menu button, you'll notice we have a new sort of home screen look, and that's really what this is giving you. Same sort of selections that we have via the direct access buttons. We have radio, audio, telephone, navigation, vehicle, we have traffic information right there, setup, as well as sound. This is direct access to the sound screen that you can access a variety of different ways. On the menu button, this is where you can change certain vehicle settings. Overall, this infotainment system is a huge step for Volkswagen, but it doesn't bring it quite up to the same level as you find from some of the other manufacturers. Uconnect and MyFord are slightly more fully featured. They both offer app integration to a greater level than you find in this particular system, and they both offer an expanded set of voice commands. Thanks for taking the time to check out this video. Go ahead and click that subscribe banner at the bottom of your screen. You can also click over to my channel and find the complete review on the 2015 Volkswagen e-Golf. You can also check me out over at facebook.com, twitter.com as Alex and Autos, and you can always email your questions to alex@alexandautos.com. I'll see you next week.